Hello, everyone, and welcome to I Love Snow Real Talk, your daily FIS snow sports debrief, where we talk to experts, legends, current athletes, former athletes, and discuss everything that's happening at the Olympic Games. I'm a two-time U.S. Paralympian, soon to go to my third Paralympics in cross-country skiing, and I'm excited to bring you this show along FIS. So we're going to get into everything that occurred today on the first day of the Olympics. We have opening ceremony tonight. And to start off, we are going to be joined by Canadian ski jumper Alex Loutitt. Alex!
Hello. Thank you so much
good
for
to
having
have
me.
you here.
Good intro. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. And can you give us a current status update on your injury and how recovery is going?
I mean, overall, the recovery is going really well. Obviously, disappointing timing, to tear your ACL on the Olympic test event, just months before the Olympics. It was pretty heartbreaking, but overall, the recovery is going really well, and I'm really happy with the progress I've made. I'm kind of back into doing some normal training, so a little bit of cross country skiing, which felt like heaven, as a ski jumper. That's saying a lot that I was excited to be doing an endurance sport, but it felt like being a little kid. I was so giddy to be on cross country skis again, and then doing little jumps to the gym and just running just has felt so amazing, and I could not be more happy.
I'm glad to hear you're back training. And we know you're going to be at the Olympics cheering some very important people on, including Daniel. So, can you tell us a little bit about what you're excited to see him do at these Olympic Games?
Oh, geez, I glitched out there for a second. Sorry. It had overlapping audio.
Oh no, you're all good. I was just going to say, what are you excited to see Daniel do in these upcoming games?
I'm not sure what's going on with the audio.
Oh, weird. Can you hear me now? Test, test. Oh,
Yeah, I can hear you now, but it keeps overlapping your audio.
oh, tech people, we need you now. Okay. How's this, Alex? Okay. We see some lovely videos of Alex hugging her best friend Abby when they were in Predazzo last year. Alex, we also have trying on the Canadian Lululemon kit. I love the Lululemon kit so much. I want to make all the trades for it. Oh, they're so good. The colors. Team Canada looking fly in Lululemon. Oh, Alex, you're back. Can you hear us now?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure what was happening. It was glitching out, and then my browser closed, so I'm
Well,
not
we're all
sure.
in Europe in small hotels and probably not the best Wi-Fi.
Definitely not. So I'm gonna have to try and find another solution for the rest of our time here, but
Oh, well, we'll get it figured out. Well, what are you excited to see? You know, your best friend Alex here on screen. You get to see her compete. Your boyfriend Daniel from Austria is going to be competing. What are you excited for ski jumping in the Olympics?
obviously, two of the Canadian girls I'm best friends with. So
Mhm.
Abby and Nat, I'm so excited. It's Natalie's
Oh.
first Olympic Games, and she had a big injury. So coming back and being able to compete at her
Mhm.
first Olympics is like pretty awesome. And then, Abby was a rookie at the last Olympics, and, it was kind of a long shot to medal. And then we ended up medaling together. And now she's going into this games as a favorite for a medal. And so I think that's pretty special to, have seen her journey from being like this like young kid to someone who can go and win. And yeah, it's pretty amazing to kind of see the inside
Mhm.
side of things. Obviously, like I see how Daniel's training and how much work he's putting in and like all the struggles that no one else sees. And the same with like Nat and Abby. And it's just really amazing to, know these people on such like a deep level. And, you have that kind of connection where you've kind of been through the rough with them, and to see them do well and succeed and fulfill their dreams is pretty amazing.
Ah, incredible. I'm so excited you get to be there in person, and we know you'll be back for the next set of games. So,
Yes.
ski jumping is an intense sport, and I can't even comprehend how you guys do it. So, what do you do to get ready to fly through the air like that? What is your routine to mentally and physically prepare for this?
I think part of it is that you're kinda desensitized to the, like,
Mm.
extreme
Mhm.
levels. You do this almost every day, multiple times a week, multiple times a day, and you kind of don't really comprehend at a certain point that, you're in a tiny little ball going 95 kilometers an hour, and then you're flying like hundreds of feet through the air. Like at a certain point, you stop processing that and it just becomes so normal. So I think it's kind of
Wow.
how any athlete prepares to compete. It's like you're trying to make sure your body and your mind are in sync. And, ski
Mhm.
jumping is so much about the mental performance.
Mm.
And so it's really about being in a competition mindset and thinking about, what are my goals for this jump? So like you're kind of
Mhm.
like thinking about the technical points. And when I'm thinking about the technical points, I'm trying to match it with the feeling that actually causes that technical point. So I'm not thinking, oh, like I want to have really flat skis. I'm thinking about before that, what causes the flat skis. So a lot of the time I think about having weight on the outsides of my foot. So when I jump,
Mm.
that my skis are flat, right? So it is a really technical sport, but it's so much about your feeling and like that internal sense of like, the rhythm of the hill. And it's why some athletes will jump really good on one hill and not so good on another. It's just like
Hmm.
your internal feeling and like your body composition and, how your muscles are wired and how your brain is wired really can like, you can be suited better for one style of hill than another.
Yeah. Yeah, that's interesting. Do you have a favorite hill you've jumped on that feels particularly special, that you feel like your mind-body connection is tied to now?
I obviously, like, have a few, like, every athlete has, like, hills they look forward to jumping on the circuit. Like, for me, I really, really love Sapporo.
Mm.
I also really like Planitza, which is not a World Cup hill, but it's where we had our world championships, and, it's kind of like my home hill, and so getting to win there was pretty special, and, it's just like a hill that you have a good feeling going into it, and it's
Mhm.
easier to perform on. Obviously, like, when you're in good shape, you can jump any hill, but sometimes when
Mhm.
you're not in such good shape, it's a good confidence boost to kinda carry momentum to the next hill when you jump a hill you really like.
How do you time the perfect takeoff? I must know.
You really cannot think about it because whenever I think about the timing, it is always so, so late. I always miss it when I try to think about it. So, like, I am normally more focused on, like, the feeling, and that feeling kind of tells you when to jump, but if I'm
Mhm.
thinking about it and I'm going off visual cues, I will never make it on time.
Fair. I
Yeah,
wow, I cannot even comprehend. That's incredible.
yeah,
Well,
you can't
Alex,
think about it too much.
well, we will be right back with Alex to talk about the upcoming ski jumping events. And now we have another special guest, Mr. Luke Alphand. He's a three-time Olympian, a Dakar champion. I don't know how he does car racing, downhill skiing, all of it. And he's the proud father of two Olympians from this upcoming games.
I wish them good luck. Be fast.
Estelle Alphand, the daughter of the World Cup racer Luke Alphand. Good skiing from Sam Alphand. Best result of the season. Niels Alphand, top 5, top 3. Oh, 5th position for Niels Alphand.
I am Luke Alphand. I can say former skier from last century. I made the World Cup for 13 years. Then after that, I switched to car racing. And now I'm a dad of racers in the World Cup. I have 3 kids, 2 are already qualified for the Olympics. The third one maybe is racing in Kitzbühel and Wengen. You cannot be safe now. You have to go full gas now. It's so challenging, so you need to push every race. So I will comment my son. It's already happened in Pyeongchang. I had to comment my daughter in GS. I'm a tough dive sometimes, a little tough, but they know what they have to do. Olympics, it's a nice story. Then it's one race, of course, but then you have all together with the spirit of the.
Luke!
Hello, bonsoir. Hello, everybody. Hello, Alex.
Bonsoir.
Hello.
Well, that was a fun video to get to know you a little bit and a bit about your kids as well who are racing on the World Cup. So where are you calling in from right now? I assume you're ready
Look
at
at
the
that.
Olympics.
Hey, look at that behind me. It's part of history. I'm in the hotel in Bormio because, we're here since 2 days to see the training, and then we have the downhill tomorrow already. And I have in front of me pictures of Picabo Street, of Spela right now, of Maria Rich. Even Ingemar Stenmark is behind me. So some, I think trophies from the ski club at the time. So, but it's
Oh my gosh.
it's good to find every places, in Italy, everywhere, Switzerland, Austria, you find places like that, charged with history of ski racing. And that's super nice to be here.
Oh my gosh, amazing. And we're going to talk a lot about these alpine events coming up in these next few days. But, you went to 3 Olympic Games. Do you have a favorite Olympic memory you can share with all of us?
I have some good memories. I started, Alex was not even born at the time. I was starting in 88 in Calgary Olympics. That was my first ones. And then I've done Albertville and then Lillehammer. After that, that was the year they changed the year from the Summer Olympics. So from 92, we made 92, and then after 94 in Lillehammer. And it's always a good souvenir because you feel more part of a team because it's only 4 athletes at the time were qualified. It's even harder now because the quotas were totally changed in alpine skiing this year. And then it was for France, for example, for the men, we have only 7 spots, and it was a nightmare to do the selection to be here at the Olympics. So it was really tough. But I have a memory from the downhill in Calgary. It was in Nakishka. And it was one of the worst souvenirs. I tried to use it in the future because 10 seconds before the start, I didn't want it to be here. I was so stressed, or I was saying to myself, we are in prime time in France. I'm just part of the 4 French who are racing here. Everybody's watching. It's the Olympics. It's this, and this. And then 10 seconds before going, I was just like, no, I don't want to be here. And then I was pretty quick to the first split, and then I crashed. I tried to use this souvenir as something positive after, to work on the special moment, because when you are an athlete and when you do a sport so short, like ski jumping, for example, it's just like, it's even shorter than us. It's just like the launch and then the timing to jump. And then after you fly a few seconds, and then it's maybe in total 15 seconds. And then you can play all your life on one jump and the special moment. So try to move from my head that Olympics is just like a normal slope, a race like another one. And it's easy to say, but it's never easy to do. That's why. But the Olympics all the time was a good time together with France, because alpine skiing, we are always racing the day after the opening ceremony. So we were far away. We were in Canmore at the time. It was far away from Calgary, and it was the same for Albertville. Albertville, we were staying up in Val d'Isère. So all the time we are just racing the day after the opening ceremony. So I was not too much on the opening ceremonies or even closing ceremonies, because the World Cup is still going on, and then we have to move on after. But the Olympic spirit is always special, because you see other countries smaller nation. It's the Olympic spirit, which is here in Milano Cortina. We have so many spread
So many
places.
beverages.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
we don't feel it really now at the moment,
Mhm.
but it's a special moment. Everybody changing clothes. You have new clothes for the Olympics, and then you. But on the race itself, then you have to go for it. It's a race of three,
Mhm.
only
Yeah.
three first accounting. It's only a medal, so you need to take the risk at the good moment and to see what's happening. And unfortunately, I have to say that I won the globes, I won this, but I never had an Olympic medal. I think I
Ah,
made all the places from 4 to 7.
uh-huh.
So I was fourth in Germany, I was again fourth and 6 and 5. It's
Mhm.
super hard to be ready on the D-Day,
Mhm.
especially outside sports with the weather, with the sports conditions, and
Yep.
it's so hard. But it was some bad souvenir, but never. It's still Olympic spirit is there.
What advice are you giving your 2 kids, Estelle and Niels, who are gonna be competing this upcoming few
Yeah,
days?
yes, no, you have to play. In
Yeah.
the sport, you need to play. So if you want to play, you need to take risks and to accept to not over skiing the race
Mhm.
day. But Estelle, we start in Cortina next week, so she has a
Mhm.
little time. They were still training with because it's also special. My daughter raced for Sweden, and my both kids for France. And but Niels is racing tomorrow, and he had a really bad start because he crashed on the first day. So he
Ah,
bruised, he
yes.
bruised his hand and the thumb and broke the small finger. So he's racing with the tape. He had to
Oh,
race both
no.
training days yesterday and today. He's injured, so he will race injured. But that's a life of a downhiller. And unfortunately, that's not the best condition
No.
to race
Not an
tomorrow.
ideal
But
start.
no, but he's a fighter. My
Yeah.
son is enjoying the risk. So that's the problem because we can see that. Watch this video. It was in
My
Belgium three
father
weeks
told me
ago.
not to ski.
Yeah,
How I
and he
skied.
was on the net for a few meters and then almost stopped.
Oh
But
my gosh. Wow. Wait, we
but
have a
sorry. After that, he crashed
yeah.
in Kitzbühel. He crashed in Crans-Montana
Oh.
last weekend, and he
Oh,
crashed here.
no.
So it's not. That's the
He's having a
not
lot
the
of
best
crashes.
mental preparation to do a perfect race tomorrow. But
Yeah.
he's not scared about taking risks. So I think tomorrow he will push, of course, and I hope he will stay on the skis to the end.
Yeah.
And then
Good
because
hope.
that's the fear of father and mother to be parents, and because
Mhm.
you have two different stress: the stress of the result, you want your kids to do good and to have
Mhm.
good results and to progress in the ranking, but you have also the stress of the big crashes, and
Yeah.
downhill is the dangerous sport. And last winter we had two really bad crashes, and they were for hospital for a few days, and then you have still a moment right after the crash that the few seconds after a crash is it's painful. My wife cannot
Yeah.
stand anymore this, and then she cannot even watch a race.
Yeah,
So,
that fear must be real. What do you think's scarier, watching your kids
no,
ski a downhill race or racing a race car?
that's totally different. You know what? You feel safer in a race car because you have the body around. But the crashes can be really bad also.
Yes.
But you are really exposed as a downhill skier when
Mhm.
you crash. Even if the security, passive security, really progressed, the helmets are
Mhm.
better now. They have the airbags, and that's why they are a little bit more protected. But we saw with all the crashes and injuries that it's not even easy. And then we can
Yeah.
see that Lindsey will
Yeah.
race like
This is one of
my
our moments of the day. Lindsey Vonn racing at 41 years old with a knee brace and an ACL. Luke, tell us what can you comprehend what is that like to be racing with her ACL all out of whack?
it's always, Alex told it already. It's always hard when you are injured because high level sport, it's always so demanding. Even if you are 100% with your body,
Mhm.
it's difficult. But then when you have a pain somewhere or a point in your body which is not working so good, then you feel it because
Yeah.
yeah, when
She was the 11th fastest though in the downhill training today,
yeah,
so
I,
not
I
too bad
was,
on a torn ACL.
no, there's two different things. The comeback is already unreal.
Yes.
Could you imagine
Agreed.
you stopped 5 years and then last winter she was skiing a little less safer than now because she had less training last winter. We were worried watching races last winter, but now she came this year back with a real better preparation. She was in the move. She still leads the World Cup, and also she's a tough athlete. And just at the bad moment, she had the injury last week, and now she has to do with it. She has to deal with it, and she knows when she's go up in the chairlift on the morning before the warm-up, then you have to be conservative. I watched the training today, and then she was really conservative with the left knee, and then she just wanted to have sensation. I don't know what she will do tomorrow because they race on Sunday for the girls. She maybe will try few places of the track and then maybe relax or try to see, depending on the weather or so. Today was a flat light training. Everything was really bad for her, but she's amazing. Every time she's at the start, she's going for it, and I think she will try everything on Sunday, and the story can be fantastic.
I know. I hope it's a real fairy tale ending. And then our next moment of the day from ski jumping, Nika Prevc. Tell us, Alex, about this person and what they've accomplished.
I mean, Nika Prevc is like absolutely something different. She is, I'm convinced, not even human. She is got such clean technique that it's just like it's mesmerizing to watch her jumping. She's the world record holder for women, and her brother's actually the men's world record holder, and both of them are leading the overall race right now. So both the Prevc siblings that are just absolutely amazing. And yeah, Nika's jumps in the training today were also unreal. Like I think her farthest jump today was 108, which is the farthest anyone has gone on that hill to date.
Wow.
Before it was me, I would like to say that. Right before I blew out my knee, I did set her record there. So I think that Nika's gonna take that hill record from me tomorrow. I'd be really surprised if she didn't. I think that Nika is an absolute powerhouse. So I think she'll be able to kind of rise to the occasion. And yeah, I mean, like if you watch her flying, it's just so simple and so clean. And honestly, in ski jumping, the more simple you can be, the better you're going to do. So I think that that's kind of her superpower is she's really good at letting go of everything else and just like focusing on like the core of our sport. And, when she makes mistakes, she keep going, which is where like lots of athletes kind of lose their momentum in their jump is, those small mistakes they get really hung up on. And and even when Nika makes a mistake, she's powering through. And I think it's why she's just so dominant and it's so hard to beat her. Like there's been very few athletes who can beat her this year. And so obviously
Wow.
it's phenomenal to watch her jumping, but I'm really hoping that there'll be a really exciting fight for some medals.
Yeah, because today, longest jump 108, and the next best was 100.5. So a big margin there for someone to have to come back from.
That is a huge gap. Like normally a big gap in ski jumping, you would say would be between like 4 or 5 meters. So 8 is like an enormous. And today was just training, so they're not even taking into consideration style points, which Nika is one of the most stylish female jumpers at the moment. So she is earning really high judges scores, which is a really important deciding factor in ski jumping. So I think that Nika's going to be a tough one to beat, but I don't think it's impossible. But it would be really exciting to see someone kind of pushing Nika to her limits, especially like when you get Nika kind of in that fiery mindset. She's a really exciting jumper to watch.
Awesome. Cool. Thank you for that insight. And then our next vibe check is going to be Giovanni. And Luke, tell us about these Italian downhill men.
Wow. Franzoni is now at the moment of his career, like he is in fire. He won in Kitzbühel, he won in Wengen before, and then he's always quick on the training. And then the Italians are always dangerous when they race on their homeland. And we are now watching the race of Kitzbühel, and then he beat he beat Odermatt was few few hundreds, and then it's amazing what he has the confidence. He has the good material for the moment. They have a good team also, and the spirit, because they lost a friend, Franzoso, the one he died in Chile in training in September, and it looks like it really creates something in the team, because Franzoni is not alone, because we have for tomorrow also good favorite. We have Dominique Paris, we have Mattia Casse, and it's going to be like a match of between Switzerland and Italy tomorrow. We have
the
also,
Swiss and the
of course,
Italians.
yeah, they are on fire. They made good training here in Bormio, and I think they will be dangerous tomorrow. And of course, we have few more guys like Krischmeier is back. Like we have Neil Salek, the French, also close. We have also Ryan Cochran-Siegel, RCS. He made good training. He's surprising sometimes, because the Americans, they all have the Olympic spirit. They're always dangerous on the Olympic day.
It is the big dance. And one of our favorite parts of the Olympics is obviously the fashion and the outfits that have come so far. So let's check out and see your guys' opinions on these nations like Canada, Lululemon. What do you love about it, Alex?
I mean, I'm obviously extremely biased. I mean, I really like the way they've incorporated more than just like red, white, and black with Canada. They really took inspiration from kind of that landscape, that Canadian landscape, the mountain lakes, the glaciers, and I just really have a different element to it than normal. I think that Lemon does a really good job with the creativity. I mean, obviously, it's still activewear, and it would be cool if they could include some like Indigenous designers, or something that incorporates more Canadian culture than just kind of the outdoors, which I do really like. I think Canada's really known for, our nature and, having beautiful mountains and crazy landscapes. But it would be cool to see some of that for me.
Yeah, fair. And the great accessibility, I will say, too, for the para athletes from the Lululemon collection.
I think that that's something that they really took their time with. And, I've heard that they actually consulted para athletes like with what they want to see, and that is just like so important when you're designing for everyone.
Yes.
And I was talking about this with my physio, who actually was the physio for the para sled hockey team. He helps everyone, just benefit para athletes, and I think my brain chemistry changed. Like I totally agree with her. I think it's a great statement.
Yes, universal design. We have Haiti here. Quite the fun fit for this. What do we got next? Italy. Simple, sleek.
I think it's classic.
Yeah.
I think it's classic.
I like it. Team France. What do you think, Luke?
Le Coq Sportif. I think that no, the sports side is really cool. I mean, the colors are surprising sometimes. I'm not sure that the skiing stuff are so really technical, but I mean they look nice, and then it's part of the. I don't know if the French fashion is there, but the Sportif is a nice brand, like Lululemon. When you wear something, then you feel comfortable and easy.
Yes.
So that's sometimes the most important.
I like it. I like the blue.
Yeah,
and then we saved the best for last, obviously.
Norwegian.
The US, Ralph Lauren. We are our preppy Americana self. So how would you each rate this? Give it on a scale from 10. How would you rate this opening ceremony USA outfit?
I can put 8 because
I think
it's like with a Norwegian inspiration, but it's classic. It's winter, and then it fits to the moment. So it looks really great.
I agree. The only thing is they do the same thing or really similar things every year. I would like to see like a little bit of a difference. I do like the merging of both designer and athleisure. I think that that's one thing that the US does really well. They kind of combine all the elements, and I mean like become more and more fashion forward, and I think it's really cool to see. And I think that
Ooh, Alex, we're losing your connection. Okay, we got to move on.
I lost my.
Oh, there we go. We got to
Yeah.
head over to what we're watching tomorrow as we look towards the next day of the Olympic Games. We have some exciting things coming up. Obviously, alpine skiing men, including your son, Luke, tomorrow in the downhill. We have the first cross country competitions, as well as the women ski jumping. And who are athletes to watch in these? Let's start with downhill men. All right, who's your money on, Luke? If you had to pick one today.
I will go. I mean, we can play a little bit. I can put like Von Almen. And Leslie, hey, Alex, you will be happy. It's a Red Bull family, so that's okay. That's cool. So Von Almen in front of Franzoni, and third Odermatt. But we have on this picture, we have like Krischmeier is super good, and all the Italian, the two other Italian, and one is missing because I said also Mattia Casse, the other one. And we have yes, I told him already, and Nils Allegre and Krischmeier are like really good outsiders. But it looks like Von Almen is hiding something. And we are going to the point I was saying at the beginning. Who's going to deal better the pressure of the big Olympics? So the advantage is maybe on the Odermatt because, he knows these big moments and what they are. And Von Almen is maybe too young on that.
Well, and the other thing with the Italians is they have extra added pressure because not only is it the Olympics, it's the Olympics at home. So you have that extra incentive to win a medal. So that can be an advantage or a disadvantage. And that really comes down to the athlete. And it's kind of a situation that, it is a once in a lifetime opportunity. And so you don't know how you're going to handle that pressure until you are in that moment.
True.
So I think that could be a pro or a con, not really sure. It depends how you're looking at it.
And then let's check out the ski jump women and tell us what you think, Alex, for tomorrow. I know we walked through Nika, but who else do you think has a good shot at a medal tomorrow in this?
I mean, of course, we all know I'm going to say Abby. I think that that's an obvious call for me. I mean, if I'm speaking honestly, I think that it will be Nika, Abby, and Lisa. I don't know what the order is going to be, but that's kind of what I'm thinking the podium is going to be. I think Lisa's jumping really fits to this hill, and she's been on fire. She just had her first World Cup win. She's coming off like kind of a bit of a hot streak, and the same with Abby. And then Nika's just so dominant for that. Those three are going to be for a medal. And in training, Abby, we're kind of the two most consistent. So I think it's fair to say that those two are a good chance for the podium.
Okay, I love it. Well, thank you, Alex and Luke, for joining us and giving us your insights on the men's downhill and the women's ski jump. And we are excited to be back tomorrow to see many more ski and snowboard events, and a huge thank you to you both. And we are excited to keep following along. So make sure everyone tunes in tomorrow for our next edition of I Love Snow. And tune into the Olympic Games, an opening ceremony happening in like an hour and a half.
Yes. And
Crazy.
Enjoy the games. Enjoy the games. Yeah.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.